TwinSpires.com, Louisiana Derby. And there's Awesome Ruta, who strides away. Hall of Fame with Antiquarian, who broke through the gate prior to the start, and now Track Phantom with this early bid for Joel Rosario to take the early lead as they head toward the first turn. It's Track Phantom, who's emerged in front of Hall of Fame with Common Defense right there. Awesome Ruta in fourth, Antiquarian in fifth, and Tuscan Gold is sixth as they enter the first turn. Then comes Next Level, one off the rail is Real Man Violin, and they have 7 furlongs to run as these leaders go to the back of this historic New Orleans track. Anna Marie is racing outside of Agate Road, who settled with the rail, and Catching Freedom has dropped back to be 11th and last. The opening quarter covered in 23.49 seconds. So it's Track Phantom. Track Phantom dictates the pace here. From Common Defense, who stays close to Track Phantom, was allowed to dictate terms here for the run to the half-mile pole. With on the outside Tuscan Gold in the gold cap, and Hall of Fame is running in fourth. Awesome Root in the red cap in fifth. Then comes Antiquarian a wide sixth. Next Level is seventh. Real Men Violin eighth between horses, and 6 lengths from Tuscan Gold, who leads the Louisiana Derby field past the half mile. Then comes Anna Marie still together with Agate Road, and the trailer remains Catching Freedom. Half mile in 48.33 seconds. 3/4 for Track Phantom, 1 minute 12.54 seconds. It's Track Phantom who leads coming toward the quarter pole, but Common Defense has been right there with the front runner. It's Track Phantom and Common Defense. They're a neck apart as they turn for home. Antiquarian is sweeping outside of Tuscan Gold. Then toward the inside, Awesome Ruta. Hall of Fame down there with the rail. Catching Freedom is unwinding on the extreme outside through the final quarter of a mile, and it's Common Defense toward the inside. Track Phantom determined. Track Phantom sticking that neck out, just holds Common Defense, moving up Tuscan Gold, and here comes Catching Freedom, who's charging for Flavian Pratt. They come past the 16th, last to first. It's Catching Freedom to win the Louisiana Derby. Anna Marie was second to Catching Freedom. And they're off in the Risen Star Stakes. And there's Cardinal with toward the inside Awesome Ruta. Hall of Fame is up close, and here's Track Phantom going for an early bid as they make their way toward the first turn. It's Track Phantom. So Track Phantom is just faster than Cardinal. Hall of Fame with Resilience and Be Dancer in the gold cap and sleeves. Saving ground is Awesome Ruta. With on the outside Chasing Freedom, and they have 7 furlongs to run. And then toward the inside, saving ground is Real Men Violin as they go to the back of this sloppy track. And Sierra Leone settles in the Navy Silks, 3 clear from Moonlight, who's next. Well, 4 clear from toward the inside. Honor Marie, and Tizzy Indy has dropped back to trail the dozen. The first 2 of 9 furlongs in 24.32 seconds with Joel Rosario. It's Track Phantom who made the top, so Track Phantom leads them to a half mile from home in the Risen Star Stakes. From right there toward the inside, Cardinal with Resilience up close. And then comes in between horses Hall of Fame, Real Men Violin, and on the far outside, Be Dancer. Be Dancer wide both turns. Awesome Ruta with Chasing Freedom, Sierra Leone. Moonlight, Anna Marie. The trailer remains Tizzy Indy. Half mile for Track Phantom. 49.67 seconds as they round the far turn. It's Track Phantom. Track Phantom continues to hold on to this advantage as Hall of Fame starts a bit outside of Resilience. Toward the inside is Cardinal, Awesome Ruta. Chasing Freedom is 4 wide. Be Dancer, Real Men Violin toward the inside as they turn for home after 3/4 in 1 minute 14.74 seconds. Track Phantom charging on the outside is Resilience. Hall of Fame flattens out. Chasing Freedom trying to keep a straight path, and Sierra Leone charging hard on the outside. It's Track Phantom, Resilience, Chasing Freedom in tight quarters between horses. Sierra Leone on the outside for Tyler Gaffalione. Sierra Leone, Track Phantom down. Chasing Freedom third, and Resilience finished fourth in the Risen Star.
Go in the Smarty Jones. And they're off. Some bad crowding at the start. Gettysburg Address got the worst of it. Drops to the back of the pack after that. Laganos has speed with Mystic Dan, who's routing for the first time. Mystic Dan, Laganos, Jess Steele wants to be part of the action on the lead. Those 3 across the track. Laganos holds the inside spot. Mystic Dan on his throat latch, just a neck behind. Now a half length as Laganos is a clear leader, but Mystic Dan keeping the pressure on all the way. Jess Steele Steele in the third position. He's on the outside on a hold right now. Then there's a line of three. Mo Winning tugging a little bit behind the speed. The jockey trying to get him to relax. He's been passed by Informed Patriot on the inside. Fidget in the Calumet Farm colors is sixth now in the black. 4 lengths off the lead, a length and a half better than Catching Freedom, Chaperone, and Gettysburg Address, after getting squeezed at the break, is last as they approach the 4-turn run. Joel Rosario lets Laganos open up a little bit here. He lets him stride out, and he's gone on to set the pace by a length and a half. Mystic Dan in the second spot. Just Steele is still third, but he's getting closer now. Mystic Dan only a neck behind. Laganos, who's still in front. Mystic Dan turning up the pressure. Just Steele is 3 wide. Informed Patriot right behind them. Catching Freedom's going to get to the outside. He's being pumped upon to get going, but swings to the extreme outside as they come off the turn. Mystic Dan, Just Steele is right there to tackle. Catching Freedom on the far outside. Informed Patriot getting bumped around at the rail. Just Steele in front. Inside Mystic Dan back to second, and Catching Freedom is finding his best stride now. And Catching Freedom and Christian Torres racing clear. He kicks off his year with 10 Kentucky Derby points. Catching Freedom over Just Steele, Informed Patriot, photo for fourth, Gettysburg Address, and Mystic Dan.
And they're off. Awkward start for High Enough, so too Burgundy Royale. Cash Only with some early speed. Penrod down toward the inside, flashing speed as well. As they race up the chute, Penrod and Cash Only, those two, to Bandy up top as they race up the chute and come for the main track, and it's a margin of 2.5. Speedtail comes through toward the inside of Crusading. They're together, racing third and fourth. Burgundy Royale joins them. They're only 2 lengths off the lead. Tight pack up top. Farther back in the field, Tis Charming and Catching Freedom both advancing as well. And at the back early is Planet. Then it's 5 back to the awkward starting High Enough, the trailer. The opening quarter goes in 23 seconds flat. Cash Only comes on to take a narrow lead. There's 4 furlongs to go, and Penrod is keeping pace with him. So these two to the far turn together. Penrod comes back on through to put a nose in front. And with that, Cash Only responds to the challenge, counters and comes back. So these two continue with 3 furlongs to go. And Crusading comes on 3 wide. Speedtail's under pressure, fourth toward the rail. Catching Freedom, finding his best stride with a wide sweeping move, and Planet is catching up too. In behind horses, they come off the turn. Penrod and Cash Only still head to head. Catching Freedom, steady progress now, and Catching Freedom grabs the lead right at the 8th pole. Crusading trying to run on with Cash Only. Penrod toward the rail, then it's Planet, final 16th, and Catching Freedom from off the pace is going to score on the wire by 3 lengths. Catching Freedom first, Cash Only second, Planet was third, and Crusading was fourth.
They're off in the Don Handicap. Catholic Cowboy broke the best. Constitution and Commissioner, though, come through on the inside, and these two will be 1-2 into the first turn. It is Constitution and Commissioner, and Lee settles into stride right behind them, running in third on the rail. Alongside, in fourth position, is Blue Tone on that first turn. Then Prayer for Relief outside of Catholic Cowboy. East Hall is 5 lengths off the lead on the rail. Pratonico's at the back with El Nawi as they go on to the backstretch in 23 and 1/5 seconds. So it's the Florida Derby winner Constitution on top in the Don Handicap, with Commissioner running in second. He's 3/4 of a length behind. Now he's getting closer now. Moving up alongside Commissioner, now head and head with Constitution on the lead. And then comes Blue Tone, followed by Prayer for Relief. Lee is down on the inside. East Hall trying to squeeze through at the fence. He's only 3 lengths off the lead up the backstretch. Catholic Cowboy is after that. El Nawi. And a 47 1/2 mile as the field races for the turn where it's Constitution and Commissioner. And these two are still right together midway on the far turn. Lee is down on the inside, waiting for a spot to go. Prayer for Relief is 3 wide. Blue Tone is 5th between those two. And now they make their way to the top of the stretch, 3/4 in 1:11 flat. And it is still Constitution, Commissioner, and Lee is on the inside. Just in behind the leaders, Joel Rosario looking for a place to go at the top of the stretch. He's going to come outside of Constitution. and now Constitution has a 2-length lead. Lee comes after him. El Nawi is closing in the center of the track into the final 16th. It's Constitution drifting out, holding off Lee as they come down to the finish. Constitution in the Don. Lee was second, and then came El Nawi.